What did I do? Tell me. You can't tell me.
And if the court finds you guilty,
Then I want another court.
Adamant he's done nothing wrong, despite being charged with 730 counts of rape, sex trafficking and murder. Gerard Ackerman was talking outside the Johannesburg Magistrates Court. Judgment was postponed due to the presiding judge being unwell. Mohammed Ismail has told the court that he is suffering from throat inflammation and cannot read the judgment.
You don't understand how bad prison is. You've got no idea. I've never been malicious. I've never harmed anyone. I've never done anything wrong to anybody.
You don't think handing boys over to an HIV-positive man is wrong?
Handing over? They knew he was HIV positive. They knew they were going to.
And you were fine with that?
They were fine with it.
Incompetence, complicity, taxpayers' money, murder and rape. The never-ending Taba Bester saga. A sixth person has now appeared in court in connection with convicted murderer and rapist Taba Bester's escape. The 51-year-old is a security guard at G4S. Motlanye Masukele faces charges of assisting an inmate to escape from lawful custody and defeating the ends of justice. He'll remain behind bars and return to court in May for a possible bail application. There have been questions over whether Taba Bester really is Taba Bester, not someone else. Home Affairs Minister Aaron Matsualedi says that Bester has evaded any form of identity registration. He has no ID number and has never been issued with a passport. Matsualedi told the Parliamentary Committee that while a sample of Bester's DNA was taken ahead of his rape and murder trial in 2011, it was never tested.
So there seems to be some form of special treatment here where we say, well, because there's this circumstantial evidence and that circumstantial evidence, then we'll just take their word for it. Somebody that's already swapped themselves for somebody else.
Motsoaledi said because Best admitted guilt during his rape trial, his DNA sample was never tested. And there's more. Motsoaledi also revealed that the private charter flight used to return Best and girlfriend Nandipa Magudumana from Tanzania cost taxpayers 1.4 million rand.
They've opted on deportation. And when a person is deported to a country of origin, they are handed only to immigration officials in that country, not any other authorities. And the Tanzanians said they are not prepared to hand over Taba to police.
14 officials had to travel to the Tanzanian border with Kenya to repatriate the couple.
Accused number 2, you are in custody. You are admitted to a bail of 10,000 rands.
Understand your worship.
No more murder charges and 10,000 rand bail for Nandipa Magudumana's father. Zolile Sekeleni is not allowed to contact any witnesses and must also check in at the local police station once a week. He's accused of aiding Taba Bester's escape from Mangaung prison in May last year. We are promised there'll be no blackouts in this country, which would equate to a total collapse of the grid. Empty promises or quantifiable truth?
Stage 6 is devastating, but anything beyond stage 6, I think now you are going to be subjected to about 16 hours in a 32-hour cycle of no electricity. So production won't happen under those conditions. The reservoirs can be replenished. The wastewater treatment won't work.
The cost of load shedding is gobsmacking. SARS has told Parliament that the rolling blackouts have cost the power utility 60 billion in tax. The National Energy Crisis Committee will meet to discuss Ramaphosa's Energy Action Plan, which includes slowing down the decommissioning of Eskom's ailing power plants. Experts say taxpayers could end up bearing the financial burden if this decision goes ahead.
The electricity price increases have been so volatile and unpredictable. Let's say this idea works. That's great that we will have a higher energy availability factor. However, we can't use that electricity because it's too expensive.
Eskom has also denied claims that load shedding surpassed stage 6. It emerged that Eskom had taken more than 7,000 megawatts of electricity off the grid. Experts believe this is the equivalent of stage 7 and possibly higher. The appalling situation at South Africa's post offices after the state-owned entity was placed under provisional liquidation. It's had to cut its workforce and shut down branches. In Cape Town, some recipients, including pensioners, have been queuing for days at post offices that are open or community halls to have their SASSA cards renewed.
Ek dink dit is 'n skande dat ons almal so in die reën moet staan. Die ou mense moet ook in die reën staan en ons kan maar praat met hulle en hulle gee net geen aandag aan ons nie. En ek is volgende maand is ek 73 en ek moet hier so staan. Dit is my 3de dag wat ek nou al hier kom staan en ek kom net nooit by die deure in nie.
SASSA spokesperson Paseka Letsatsi says they have put measures in place to ensure that all beneficiaries are assisted.
Hi, I'm Sazile Palo, an anti-drug activist from Leonde High, working hand in hand with the World Changes candidates on a quest to help the youth and educate them about drugs.
Some South African students are no longer sky high. They've given up cannabis and are now anti-drug ambassadors. Last year, 39 pupils were suspended for smoking drugs at Leondale High School. The principal, Jerry Machali, says after their suspension, some were taken to rehab and others joined NGOs to change their behavior. One of them joined the anti-drug NGO World Changes Candidates, where he was chosen to represent South Africa in the United Nations Programme for Young Leaders of the World.
Today, it has been like a year later, and one of them has been invited for a Best Diplomat, which is part of the United Nations platform where they bring in young people to come and share ideas and tackle global issues.
And that's it for the week that was. I'm Jane Dutton. Like and subscribe. See you again on Monday.
Eyewitness News, in touch, in tune, and independent. For the latest, log on to ewn.co.za or ewn.mobi.